Okay, I'm going to go ahead and introduce week 1 to you guys, which is January the 7th through the 13th. We're looking at family vocabulary, sim-changing verbs, and irregular yo verbs. Okay, you're going to want to study pages 97 to 100, 108 to 118, and 126 to 134. After completing this week, you should know how to conjugate the verbs ser and estar in the present tense. You should know what the two verbs mean and how they differ from one another, how they differ from the verb haber or I. After completing this week's assignments, you should also be able to describe yourself to others. You should be able to converse with others in Spanish about your families. You should be able to conjugate e to I, and o to ue stem changing verbs in the present tense, and use the irregular verbs poner, salir, and traer in sentences, okay? All of this week's work is due on the 10th, which is when our work is going to be due. It's always going to be due on Thursdays. And to start this week off, you're going to want to look at the instructor-made videos. Now, you guys are a face-to-face class. Now, this first week, we are probably not going to be able to cover everything. We lose a little bit of time with introductions. So I do suggest looking at the videos. And I know there's quite a few, but a lot of this is review. Most of you were probably in my 111 classes. So we even got through a lot of chapter 4. So all of this is review. So you can pick and choose what to look at, but these videos go over ser and estar and the stem changing verbs and vocabulary in chapter 5. So you can decide what of that you need to look back over again. Then you're going to want to click on the class participation form. You're going to click on the thread. You're going to hit reply, and you need to post any questions or concerns you have about the material covered in the videos or covered in class, or just any other questions or concerns you have about the class in general. But this is a grade, so if you don't have any questions, which I know that happens sometimes, and hopefully I've done my job well enough that you don't have any questions, so if that's the case, you need to just post that you have no questions or concerns. This is just a check-in, but it does count as a grade. It's an easy 100, so please make sure you guys are posting. You also have the syllabus, which is another thread. So if you scroll down on the right-hand side, I might have passed it. Yeah, I did pass it. Right here, where it says course information on the right-hand side, it says PDF, but it's just a Word document of your syllabus, which you can download, or there's also a Moodle book version of it. So read through the syllabus, and then click on this forum and click on the thread, hit reply, and post any questions or concerns you have about the syllabus or the class in general, okay? Then you have assignment 3, which is in my language lab. So you have various SAM activities and extra practice activities to complete. And some of these you probably did, some of you may have done in 111. That's fine. That's good. This is just supposed to be mostly a review. So then you'll want to go out to my language labs, and you'll want to click on the course calendar or the to-do list to be able to access your assignments completely. Okay, and then you'll click on the 10th, and your assignments should pop up in the middle. Okay, so there they are. You can click on each one, and they should pop up in the middle. You can do them as many times as you would like. Let's see. So you'll write I think in this one you're choosing the verbs that are in parentheses and you're conjugating them correctly. Then you're going to hit finish and submit for grading. If you don't like the grade you got, then you can do it again. And just like before, I advise that if you're doing it more than 3 times on your own, that there's something you're not understanding, either about the directions or how to, whatever the grammatical task is. So you need to reach out to me so I can help you figure out what you're doing wrong. Otherwise, you're going to go crazy. And then remember that you have this bar up here for accented letters. So if you needed an accented A, you just click in the box and then you hit the letter A and it'll show up in there, okay? Or if you need capital letters, you just do this and you can click in the box and then hit the letter that you need, okay? So that's everything that you have to do in my language labs. Let's see what else there is. And then you also have a quiz on ser, estar, and I, which is due on Thursday. Okay, so you only have one attempt. It says, help Daniel finish a paragraph describing his family with the correct forms of the verbs ser and estar. So you only have to worry about ser and estar here. You pick which one would make them, whether you would want ser or estar, and then conjugate it correctly in the blank. Then the bottom part says, complete the following sentences with the correct form of ser, a star, or I. So you decide whether you need ser, a star, or I, and then you conjugate it correctly, and you hit finish attempt when you're done. Okay. And I think that's everything that you have to do for week 1. So if you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to reach out to me, and good luck.